Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast interview series. Today, we have a man drenched in gold, the Maritime Heavyweight Champion, the UCW Heavyweight Champion. He's held title, I'm probably missing a title here, the one, the only, Chip Chambers. How's it going?
Not too bad, and yourselves?
Very, very good.
Doing good.
It's quite the introduction, I appreciate it.
I hope I didn't miss a title there.
I don't think so. I think it's just the two, if I remember correctly. I'm the worst at remembering this stuff. I honestly am.
Two for now.
Two for now. Two for now, to be more.
Two for now. All right, man. We're going to start with the question we asked everyone. Did you grow up watching wrestling?
I did. I watched wrestling. I remember watching it in elementary school for a little bit, and then I think it was probably 96, 97, I just completely stopped. I just lost total interest in it and had taken a break up until 2004. I remember bootlegging Satellite like everyone did in the early 2000s.
Absolutely.
And watching Mania 20, and that really brought me back in. I know I was enjoyed the Cruiserweight Invitational that they had there. Obviously, Angle, Guerrero, and the Triple Threat main event all stood out.
So when you think back to those times, it doesn't matter to me if it's when you were in elementary or when you got back into it. Are there any of those wrestlers that stick out to you?
Benoit, Guerrero, just the... So one thing I noticed with the WWE, it seems like every 5 to 10 years at Mania, they reward the workhorses in the main events. And that was a great example of it that year, as they did it for two of them. I mean, Guerrero went in champion, but walked out, and then the end moment speaks for itself.
100%, man. Not long after that, you started to get into wrestling. Can you remember the moment where you realized that you wanted to do this?
I don't know if there was an exact moment. It was more a willingness to try it, really, just to see if I could. I know I did all the backyard stuff when I was 13 with friends. You know, you'd play some Here Comes the Pain, and then next thing you know, you're trying to recreate what you did out in the backyard. And then you're looking for whatever pieces of garbage you can land on, an old trash can. I remember using a bag of bottles once to land on, just something to break the fall.
Yeah, we can definitely relate with that. Who are some of the wrestlers that influenced you early on?
Early on, like I say, Benoit, Guerrero, Mysterio, Hardy. Cena was huge. When you're in 2005, when you're 14 watching it, he obviously grabs your attention, especially when he's doing his Ruck Fools stuff, where all you want to do is wear that hat to school just to try and piss somebody off. But but yeah, no, those that's a big one. And Edge 2006 going through the Rated R Superstar, like, and then stuff I don't think gets enough love is still Christian Cage over in Impact. When he had his run, when he went over, it's still fantastic. All of it.
That's right. 100%, man. Some good stuff there. A lot of Canadians you're listing off too. Just pointing that out, whether that's coincidental or not.
I think it really is at the end of the day, because I know how much harder it is for Canadians to break through and break out in those scenarios. Back then, it might have been a little bit easier just because the borders weren't such a nightmare.
Yeah.
But yeah, just you appreciate the grind that they had to put in.
100%, man. You were trained by Dick Durning. What are some of the things he taught you early on that you still carry with you and that influence you to this day?
Just the willingness to go out there and perform with whoever you're given. It's working as hard with that person. It's a lot. He taught me how to chop. You can ask some of the guys about those. I know Cole's not the fondest, because when we first worked, I gave him one, and he just turned and looked at me out back and told me I have those Papa Durning chops. So yeah, no, he taught me a lot and still teaches me to this day. Now we get to go and roll around with him more, and it's definitely a different different playing field than what it used to be, but in a good way.
Yeah. Early on in your career, you spent some time wrestling for XWA. How did that opportunity come about, and what led you to getting involved with them?
That's who I got my start with. So originally, I remember Josh Kotsabasakis and Dale Dangles had been training 2 to 3 weeks longer. And then one afternoon I was at Dangle's house, and then they went to training, and I asked them if I could come give it a shot, and I never left is the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
So I got trained through Durning, and XWA gave me the start.
Once you got that bug, just hooked you.
Yeah.
During that time in XWA, you were part of the frat. How did that group come together, and do you have any memorable stories from that storyline?
So that really just came about because it was 3 people who spent all their time wrestling together, traveling together for stuff, and just overall being a nuisance to everyone out back together. So there was, if you think to the hangover of we're the 3 best friends that anyone could have, when that first came out, the obnoxiousness that we sang that with out back was, you could have killed us at the time. We were 19, 20, 21, and then you just threw us all together and we're just feeding off each other. It was one of the best things we had, because we all complimented each other at that time in a different way. I know we talk about it, that there was Kotsab would have been the mouthpiece, Dangles would have been the entertainment, and I was the wrestling of the 3 of us at the time. So it was all played off each other in a very organic way.
Yeah, I remember some of those. Like, so many people came out of the frat too, like Precious Preston Carter when he was just the pledge.
Yep.
Like that was his first break into the business. So that was like a very interesting storyline and a successful one for XWA.
Yeah, it bred 4 people out of it, and then everyone got to do their own thing, and now we're seeing some people come back, and I don't know what Preston's up to now, but we've had Dangles come back, we have Kotsab managing Maifa.
Yep.
So it just, it's definitely different to see everything 10 years later, 10 to 12 years later. That's for sure. Personally.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome, though, because the XWA was a pretty special time. There was very few maritime wrestling promotions during that time period.
Absolutely. We had the smallest ring in the Maritimes probably at the time, but we made it work.
Absolutely. After your time
one
in the
second.
XWA.
How big was the ring?
14.
14?
Correct.
It's so small. Man,
Well,
I love that.
I mean, at Parkside we're in a 12, so.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
After your time in XWA, you wrestled for Twin City Wrestling, both as a singles and as part of the tag team Gyration Nation with Dale Dangle. What are some of your favorite memories and stories from your time in TCW?
A lot of it is more the travel and just the stories in the hotel and stuff like that, or just hanging out. I know there was one TCW show we did at the Dartmouth Sportsplex, I believe it was at the time. That would have been 2013. It was right before I went away to Ontario for college, and I just remember sitting with Durning, I think it was Pettifer and Kraft in one of their little waiting pools, just shooting the shit about the show, and it's moments like that I remember more so.
So no celebrities pissing on your car or anything like that. No,
no, not for me. I did get to see a man almost drop kick through a hotel wall. That was hilarious. It was a scene right out of Looney Tunes. He was sitting on the edge of the bed. Durning drop kicked him, and his body did not move, and he went completely sideways into the wall and straight down.
That's hilarious.
And also TCW's where I got to meet Remy.
That's right.
It was I think our first showdown for TCW, and all the hotels had been divvied up, and Remy got stuck with Dangles and I, the poor bastard. And we watched Men in Black, and we still make jokes about it to this day.
Baptism by fire.
Yep. Yeah, because Dangles at that time could be a nightmare to deal with, and only I could deal with them, really.
So at the end of 2014, you stepped aside Maritime Wrestling and you wrestled for PWE in Oshawa, Ontario. Then in January 2015, you went on a short tour to CWE in Manitoba before returning back to PWE in February and April of that year. What was it like wrestling outside of the Maritimes, and what was that experience like?
Really showed me the work I'm going to have to put in to be successful in other places, because it was a baptism by fire in terms of putting matches together on the fly, with a lot less time than what I'm accustomed to with meeting people for the first time. It wasn't something I had dealt with in the Maritimes because of how small we are and how in touch we are with each other. I know when I wrestled for Pro Wrestling Eclipse, I was supposed to work for them in January of 2015, but I had the CWE opportunity pop up, so I had asked Dr. Mask, I believe he goes by, if I could pull myself from that show to go get 6 dates as opposed to the one, and he was very gracious and allowed me to do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So 2015, you also started wrestling for IHW.
Yes.
You still wrestle for IHW to this very day. What's the difference between IHW in 2015 and 2025?
Some the inmates are running the asylum.
Yeah.
And I say that with the utmost respect. It's nice to see. Like, I love being there, or else I still wouldn't be there to this day. I'm a big person who likes to work where I feel appreciated, where I feel value, and that's one of those places that's always made me feel valued and appreciated. And starting with them was on a whim, because I think it was May of 2015, if I remember correctly, or June. And I had gotten a message on the Friday afternoon, I think at 6, asking if I could be there Saturday for the show. And was like, yeah, no problem. Here's my PO. Let's go. And then I got to work charters with Chris Cole at his side.
Yeah, those early IHW days when you started, like, I used to go to IHW all the time, and when you started, that's when I just like stopped. Not because of you, I just missed you by like a
Way
few
to go,
months.
Chip.
I mean, vision closed after I became champ, so I mean the pattern tracks.
No. But it's unreal how popular IHW became. Like a lot of people like would go see IHW and they'd say, "Who's your favorite wrestler?" It was either Titus or Chip Chambers. Like, I'd hear that all the time. So, being IHW TV champion, the belt doesn't exist anymore, but you really made it your belt. Like, that was the Chip Chambers belt.
And I enjoyed having that title, because that was one thing I really, really appreciated, was having that opportunity, because I think they still had the Bell deal for extensive little stints of that title run, and just having some very fun matches. I know the flag match was a personal favorite.
Yep.
There was another 4-way with Charlie Winston, Shane Stevens, and Dick Durning. That was a fun one. The ladder match with James Liberty and Fredericton was another fun one. It was just a very entertaining run to be a part of.
Absolutely. A year later, 2016, you started working for UCW. You still compete with them today. You're actually their world heavyweight champion. How's your experience in UCW evolved over the years, both personally and professionally?
It had a great start. As a lot of people know, it's going through a couple different people running the books. And when I started there, it was Burke at the time, and it was a good start. And I remember my first show, I was fortunate enough to work, first show in Spryfield, I should say. It was the Alberto Del Rio show, if I remember correctly. And I got the opportunity to work JP, Troy, and Redacted in a 4-way. And it was a fun 4-way. I remember that. came out with a Dragon Ball Scouteron. It was in the Goku era gears, what I call it, the orange stuff.
Cool. So from 2016 to 2019, IHW, CW were pretty much your main promotions. But you did appear for a few others as well, like Wrestle Nova Scotia, Red Rock, ECPW, Wrestle Center, NSPW, just to name a few. Do you have any memorable stories or moments working for those other promotions?
A lot of it is, like I say, it's trips on the road. That's where I have the most fun. Is a lot of the backstage experience. Like I like being in an environment, people with like-minded people who enjoy the same thing I enjoy, and we can go out there and enjoy the show together.
Any funny stories from those road trips?
Not too many I can say on air, but no, there's just like lots of late night drives with people who I've grown very close to over the years. Like Josh Rockstall, Durning, the amount of Wrestle Center drives where it was just Durning and I getting home at, I don't know, 4 a.m. because those shows didn't end until after 12. Yeah, it's just lots of stuff like that. Getting back to ECPW, I actually got to talk to Sheldon and realized it had been almost 10 years, and then I realized how quickly time goes, and it depressed me a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you. I'll be 51 this year. I get it. In 2019, you and 4 other guys started Kaizen Pro Wrestling. What made you guys decide to start a promotion?
A lot of just feeling undervalued and unappreciated, and in this just where in the spot we were at. So we thought we could do it our way and see how we would do with it, and I thought we did very well, and it's still running successfully to this day. Even though 3 of the 4 of us have taken our steps back and do our own thing. Squishy being out west, being a father, being a photographer, myself just focusing mainly on the wrestling, and Dave being Dave running DBCW. One of my favorite things going today.
Absolutely. From June 2022 to October 2023, you took a 16-month hiatus from wrestling. What led you to step away from the ring for that time, and was there ever a moment where you thought you were never going to come back?
Absolutely. I didn't think I was ever going to come back when I had first left. I had nothing left for it. I just was completely burnt out. It was getting to the point where I was looking for excuses to not get in the car to go to a show. And that's when I realized, I'm like, I probably shouldn't do this. And then I had some moments happen in my personal life that I know if I was wrestling, I would be taking very reckless bumps to get that cathartic release. And I feel like that was the best for me, was to not be near a ring, bumping till I was mentally okay, because I knew I would just be chasing adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you did return in 2023, your first match back was, as we spoke about earlier, Remy Petit in Miramichi for HW in October that year. You also had a match against Chris Charters in December. What was it like stepping back in the ring after being away so long?
My wind sucked. My lungs weren't ready for it. My body wasn't ready for it.
I can imagine.
I know the match with Remy, it was during a shutdown season for my real life work, which is usually pretty hectic. So I know I was on nights at that time. So I had finished my night shift, I think at about 5:30, and then drove to Miramichi, slept in a hotel for a few hours, and then did the show with Remy, and then I can't remember if I went to work that night or if I just went home. I think I went to work for some reason.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not a smart man. I don't think I did go in. I think I thought about it, and by the time I got back to St. John, it was 1 a.m., so it wasn't worth it to go in, so I just went to bed and then went back in the next night.
Crazy how we do things for the things we love, eh?
The amount of 2-hour sleeps these past 2 months being on another shutdown has been very tiring. It's get home at 3, go to bed at 4, up between 6 and 7 to be at work for 7:30.
Wow.
Yeah, it's tiring, but we all do it because we love it.
Absolutely. After 2023, you've only wrestled those 2 matches. You started wrestling again in 2024. First match in March against Ethan Knight. And then from May to late September, you wrestled a handful of matches, and then you headed to British Columbia. You had, I think it was 9 matches in a short span out there. And then when you returned here, you started ramping things up. What was it like wrestling in BC, and what changed for you in late 2024 to give you the push that made you want to stay so active?
Seeing the drive of a lot of guys out in BC, that was a big sticking point because I wasn't the only one who was working so much those weekends. Like, I got to see a lot of people who I haven't seen in a few years who had substantially more matches than the last time I had saw them, and I realized that the world was my oyster at that point. So if I wanted to be very busy when I got home, I could be, and it was more a matter of, can I go at that level, and can I hang at that level? Is my body going to hold up? And it is. I'm very surprised by it, very happy about it. I got to give a lot of credit to Jason Boa, and his ring ready strength. He's helped me a lot this year. Keep my body in better shape to be able to do this as much as I have this year. I looked at my Excel sheet the other day, and I think there's another 10 shows left on the year. So, and that puts the final tally at 41, which I think has been my busiest year since 2017, which is,
wow.
Yeah. So it's, I didn't think I'd be that busy at 34, but I'll take it.
So I'm going off script here.
Yeah, of course.
I've always loved your gear. I'm a gear mark. Like,
Yep.
I just love people that have original gear. And my girlfriend also is like obsessed with your gear. So you've got these kick pads. And
Yes.
if I didn't talk to you about them, she'd kill me. So these kick pads, he's showing me his scissors. His kick pads, you've got these kick pads that look like either pizza or queso dip. What
Pizza.
are these kick pads? They're pizza?
Yeah, 1 second. I got them right here.
I can't even explain to you how much I've always enjoyed your gear, dude. Just, it's so original.
Yeah,
And it's
so
also
it's
so you.
pepperoni pizza with melted cheese.
I love it.
Very nice.
Yes.
Love it.
So that gear was designed by Jasmine Hawks. If you guys remember her, yeah, she had messaged me because we had grown close during her time wrestling and at IHW, and she said, "I have these 2 gear ideas, and I want to throw them at you." And I was like, "Please do." So she threw them at me, and I took them, and I had somebody do the digital renditions of them and sent them away. So that was one set she had done, and the other set is actually one of the ones I'm waiting for tomorrow.
Cool.
Where do you get your gear?
I've got my gear done everywhere because I just jump around a lot. I like trying as many different people as I can till I find somebody I like, and then I usually just kind of become the most annoying person in the world to them. So right now I have the set with the pizza kick pads that was done by Lou Bird out of St. Louis, Missouri, if I remember correctly. My set that I wore at the last North Pro show was done by Sway Archer, and it's the Vancouver Canucks inspired by their old burgundy and navy blue and cream from, I think it would have been the early 90s.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
And then there's 2 sets are coming from Superton out of Calgary right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
And she had done Ethan Knight's, I call it his lion gear, his new long tights with the lines on it. She had done that, and it's top notch, so I'm excited for that. And then, like I say, the set from Lou and the set from Sway are top notch as well. And I can't believe how well the pizza sets held up over the years. It is ratty now. It is very ratty. I'm excited to put it to bed.
I like the originality, for sure. Absolutely.
I got to say, when you have sports teams that have people paid millions to do their marketing, and you see color schemes, you're like, I think I could use that in my own way. Because
Sure. Yeah.
because I know it began with original set of purple gear I did was supposed to be LA Kings based, but the purple didn't come out the way I'd wanted, so we rolled with it. Benny, please don't bark. Do you need water? So once we had done that, I moved on to the Goku gear, and then... Sorry, I just got to pour this dog some water before he barks more. Then I did a Cavaliers set and a Milwaukee Bucks set that Custom Couture out of Quebec City had done up for me that were beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's very... I have patterns in my head I borrow from.
It's true, though. Because, like, sports teams, they do have some very, very nice color schemes sometimes.
The one I've been very drawn to, and the colors I think I want to borrow at some point, are 1970s Tampa Bay Buccaneers cream and red. That creamy orange, or the creamsicle orange. Yeah. Oh, it's a nice colorway. Huh. So that's where I look up vintage jerseys, and that's where I get a lot of my colorways from. Or the newest one of the sets coming in from Super Taunt. It's based on a few album covers. Nope, not happening. Nope, not happening. Not a chance.
So this is audio only. I just showed him the Montreal Canadiens colors, so guessing he's not a fan.
Hold on. I got to show you what I have next to me.
Aren't we?
Yes.
There we go.
Oh,
no.
Jeez, he's a Leafs fan.
Oh boy.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Hey,
sorry to disappoint.
We're gonna move on to another question.
Mark's a Montreal fan too, so he's like.
But no, for real. You know what? Like, I actually do really, really want to touch on the year of 2025 because it's been. You came in with a bang, really, like literally. And in the year of 2025, so you debuted for North Pro Wrestling in back-to-back shows. So at the Titan Boar in Moncton, and then at the Toothy Moose in Halifax. So that weekend of wrestling a back-to-back show in two separate cities like that, knowing what we know now, like your work and all of that, like how was that weekend of working it back-to-back?
Oh, it was a fucking blast. Pardon my language. It was an absolute blast. It was very imposter syndrome when I'm given opportunities like that. So I know when I had done the promo announcing the match, I had sent it to Justin. He came back. Can you do it again? Can you give me this? Send it to him. Comes back. Can you do it again? Can you give me this? And then eventually we got to a promo that I'm very happy with that I hope surprised a lot of people because I don't think that was what anyone had seen coming for the start of the year, which makes me very happy. And then just getting in there with Chris was a lot of fun. It was our first singles match together, and we had only touched one other time before that, and I thought we had a great match, and it just very much opened the door for us to be like, all right, we want to do this again. Like this is going to be fun. Then it just becomes the familiarity, and then putting something together that's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I'm thrilled because I believe I was at that show, that first show that you had wrestled with North Pro. And the guys might be able to say yes or no, but yeah, that was because I had never seen you wrestle in person. I'd always heard from Corey way back, Corey with the knee, and how he was, he'd talk about his friends at IHW and stuff like that, but then he'd talk about you, and I was like, never seen him. Like, I wonder if we'd ever see him. But then that one moment, right? So it was very special.
Well, I hope 2025 was a good introduction because it's a year I'm very happy with, and I didn't even really touch on the night of Toothy Moose, and that was another great night. Just being able to use the environment to my advantage was a lot of fun, and then just getting a good laugh with a few people before the show because they had told me that the first thing I do apparently when I walk into a venue is look around for what can I use, what can I jump off of, what can I do this, and it doesn't change. I started noticing it myself, and it's I think I gotta watch it.
Yeah, well, you and I actually had a conversation. I think it was IHW before your North Pro debut.
Yep.
About the Titan boar, and the first question you asked me is, "What can I jump off of?" So,
Yep.
yeah,
Fair.
And I see stuff I can, but it's sometimes it's more about having that be a moment rather than just feeding the own gratification. Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
But like, touching on the fact that it was such a standout year, and it's still 2025, so you still have a bit of time there.
Yep.
But we're going to highlight a couple of things, a couple of matches here. So
Of course.
earlier in the year, in February on the 23rd, so you had won the DBCW Maritime Heavyweight Championship against JP Sims. So that's amazing already right there. But then on May 9th, you had a North Pro VIP Fatal 4-Way match for the Pro Wrestling Ontario Open Weight Championship against Ethan Knight, Dawson James, and Johnny DeLuca. Gotta say, that was amazing. I had to compliment Justin for the fact that VIP was bananas.
Yep.
We'll put it like that.
Yep.
June 14th, DBCW Maritime Heavyweight Championship as well, against Madison Miles at the Parkside Pub. I think that's one of the matches that really stuck with the boys as well. I think we've all seen it. How did you feel about that match? What's
extremely
your thoughts
happy.
on it?
I had a fucking blast. Madison was a blast to work. I've worked her any day of the week. It was I've known her since she was 9, I believe it is. There's I'll show you guys the photo later, but it's we retook the photo that night, the same pose, and it's hilarious to see how far she's come and how far we've come, and got to have a match finally, 1-on-1, and I thought we killed it. We had a blast. She was happy. I was happy. Dave was happy. The crowd was happy. What more can we ask for?
just a quick side. What's it like wrestling at Parkside? It's a pretty small, tight venue.
It is. It's interesting. It's definitely challenging, but it's a lot of fun. Because not only do you have a small ring, you're also limited by the height of the ceiling, which for me is very difficult. So I have to, again, use the environment as best I can to make up for small things like that. And being a lanky guy, it can be very difficult, because if I go for the spring cutter and stretch, I could probably hit the other ropes with the back of my head fairly easy.
Yeah.
So it's just all about learning how to adjust and can do everything in the confines of that ring.
Yeah. And it's like you were saying, I bet you can attest to the fact that you had to take a look around the venue when you walked in to see like what you had to work with, right?
Yep.
So
it's
very interesting.
One of the things too, I had to look around the venue because I thought she was going to throw me through the ceiling when on the pop-up power bomb. I think if you watch when I go up, I do this because I think I'm going to go into their ceiling and worry that we're going to lose the venue because I'm going to pop a tile.
Oh man. But awesome match, by the way. Another couple of to note anyway.
Yeah, of course.
July 19th at DBCW Beach Party 2, Supercard 4. The match against Chris Cook. And I think this was to note especially for Chris Cook as well, because you two had never met.
We had met. We had never wrestled in the ring. Yes. Yeah. No, we had met multiple times before that. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Continue.
No, that's all good. But like, how did it feel? Like how, especially since he's such a seasoned veteran.
Oh, fantastic!
And he's been around for so long.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was easy. It was I remember we were inside and things were just getting a little loud, as they do before a show. So it was just like, you want to go outside for a few minutes, and then next thing you know, we had what we wanted to do, and I'm very happy with that match. It's one of my personal favorites. Period. Just being like the first time getting in there together and just being able to do something that I'm proud of is always very gratifying that way.
Mm-hmm. So,
especially big man, little man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So we just found out today. So we're recording this on October 23rd. It's a Thursday. It was just announced today that Chris Cook is officially retired. Severe knee injury. So his retirement match ended up being against you, July 19th.
Oh, he never had a match after that.
He never had a match after that.
Oh, shit.
And
I didn't realize.
just when we interviewed him, that match meant so much to him. Yeah. He got emotional. Like, knowing now, like, just right now, we just sprung that up on you. You had his retirement match. What are the emotions you're feeling about having his last match?
I hope he's happy with it. I hope it's something that he can... I know it's a big thing for PEI. Go out on a shield on something that he's happy with. That's all I can hope, and that's all I ever hope. Being out there, it's I don't know. It's hard to put into words at this moment now, knowing that was his last one. But like I say, I just want him to be happy with it at the end of the day, because I'm very happy with that match. And as soon as we were done, I told him, I was like, I want to run that back any day of the week. Any day of the week.
Yeah. I mean, as a fan watching it, like, as of right now, we're not done with 2025. That's been my match of the year. I was there live.
Absolutely.
I always think of Corey with no E, like running around with his phone, taking videos and all that. And every time he'd pass by us, he'd go, "So fucking good, so fucking good, such a good match." So
we were all saying,
there's nothing better as a wrestling fan than when you forget that you're at you just get lost in the moment.
Yep.
And that was one of those nights for me. That was
same.
Yeah. There's nothing better than getting completely lost in it, and I know they're my favorite nights is when you just get to experience everything with everybody at the same time instead of watching it back.
Yeah.
Because I remember specifically when Dick had his last match the first time of 12. That's a little dig. I tell him all the time. His first one when he went out against Cody Rhodes at Wrestle Center, I remember being out back, and I was like, I'm gonna go watch this one in the crowd, not against the wall. Like,
yeah,
I kind of threw the hood up and went in the beer garden just to be able to feel it and enjoy it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it. I really do. Because, honestly, that match against Chris Cook, like, I tend to take a lot of shorts. Like, sometimes, like, little short videos of, like, spots during matches. And I think that one, Corey might be able to tell me how many I took. But
it's the most shorts we have from one single match. I believe it clocked 14? In at 17 shorts. Woo! 17 shorts, and I had the finishing spot.
Yep.
I had to clip the beginning off because it was too long. And I was like, man, I really don't want to clip anything, but it's 60 seconds.
It was a great match. I'm very happy with it.
I still can't forgive Boyce for putting the belt on me. I thought you and Chris were gonna kill me.
No, never. I was more surprised. I was just a bit taken aback. And one thing people don't know about that, well, some people might not know, but we had a broken board in the middle of the ring that night as well. Yeah. So you could see it when the table's up. One of the legs is completely dipped. Yeah, one of them boards snapped good. I have no idea when, but I'll blame Justin because he likes to break rings.
Yeah, absolutely. He's good at that for sure.
Yes, he's broken a few.
Oh man, that's right. And another match of note, and again, like this is basically going over like all of our favorite matches. Like, not even kidding. But the steel cage match against Hollywood Cole in Spryfield. If I recall, it had been a while since there was a steel cage match, or is this the first one in UCW?
No, there had been one. Yeah, there had been Hollywood Cole and Troy Merrick.
Correct.
That's right. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like, how does that feel? Was that the first time that you worked a steel cage match, or?
It was my second, honestly. My first one was at Mestival in 2018 when IHW used to do the festival there. It was against Titus in 2018, I believe, at Mestival.
Cool.
Yeah, in a cage. and that was IHW's tall cage at the time, so it was a little bit higher. It was fun. It was a blast
against Titus at that, eh? That's amazing.
Yeah,
Very nice.
it's one of those ones I wish I had footage of, because I'm very happy with that match thinking back to it. But it was at a festival. I don't think a lot of people were in a conscious state to videotape.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
you won't blame them, right?
No.
So this steel cage match against Cole, what's it like working Cole? I don't know if a lot of people realize how much work he puts into being where he's at, but
one of my favorite people to work. I like to say when I really like working somebody, any day of the week and twice on Sunday. And he's one of those people. I think he's the person I've worked the most since I've come back. I think we're at 6 or 7 times easily, like singles, tag, what have you, just any form in the ring. And it's a blast every time. He's so good. Such a joy to be around. I love traveling with him and Ethan is one of my favorite things. Yeah, I love those boys.
Nice.
Got to smash him around a cage too. That was great.
Yeah, of course.
That was fun. It was fun as hell. Got to smash Ethan too. Both of them got smashed in the cage that night. It was great. It was a blast.
No shimmies that night, eh?
No. I don't want to see Cole ever try to shimmy. It's not good. It's not good.
Didn't he do it like last week or the week before or something like that? It was posted recently, I think. Kind of funny to say, but
tried.
That's right. Oh man. And this is going back on one of the talents that I found very interesting to see in person. July 26th. September 7th, my bad. DBCW, again, amazing booker, by the way. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Another Maritime Heavyweight Championship match against Johnny DeLuca. And he was interesting because of how much... Like, it looks so aggressive, yet so...
crisp.
Yeah, exactly. You found the word, yeah.
Yep.
He's so good.
Oh,
and I
incredible.
feel like you two would just... It would go, like, right together. I don't know.
It was a blast. Yeah. He was so much fun, and the first time I actually got to meet Johnny, I think was in 2019. I had gone to Ontario to do some exams for work, and whenever I'm away, I always try and make some time for wrestling best I can. So I went and did some training with Rip Impact. And
cool.
Johnny was there, and Evan Greenway were both there, and I believe Jax Williams were there as well. And I have a photo from that night, and I look in the background, I'm like, oh my god, this is so funny to see now. 8 years later, being in a, I don't even know what to call it, like a garage space, training with them, and now getting to do shows with them. It was great. And Johnny's so good. Oh, he's so good. It was a hot afternoon, but we had a great match. That was a muggy afternoon. Oh.
I think this one especially is going to have to be on my list to watch, because I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen it yet.
Yep.
But this piques my interest.
Oh, I've seen it twice. It's a fantastic.
Really?
We had some very good sequences that I'm very happy with. Our go home, our go home was great in my opinion. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast, and of course, my favorite part is that the kids ringside had a blast, because that's they got moments for life out of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
especially at DBCWA, they're after you.
Yeah, yep.
I had a smile on my face. I couldn't put it away. Like,
and that's exactly
love you.
It's weird. It's very weird, because I don't think I'm a likable person outside of it, so it's just it's interesting.
Yeah,
you clearly don't know Mark then.
Of course.
No, but that's the list there. Like you highlighted some matches I'm very happy with, and there's other ones that I even think of getting to work with Michel Plant and tag match at Area 506, and then the 3-way at 506. There's just been And then one match well, it's actually, I'm looking at the list here. It's the next question, but it's the one match I feel like doesn't get looked at enough this year is the one with Dawson. I'm very happy with that match. That boy is getting so good. Oh, love me some Dawson.
Yeah, I agree. And you were talking about the North Pro show at the Area 506.
Yes.
And I think like the one thing that comes to mind right now is the leap.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably know what I'm talking about.
Oh, completely stupid. Idiot.
It reminds me of something that Channing Decker would have done.
Yeah.
Right.
It's it was one of those moments where when I stood up, I was like, shit, what have I gotten myself into? And then there's one video, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a gentleman to my left who is trying to hype me up, but is continually just slapping me on the ass while I'm trying to get my balance. And I'm just about to turn to him and be like, buddy, can you fuck off for a second? This is not an opportunity where I want to fall.
Yeah, exactly.
But he was excited, and it was safe, so what more can I ask for?
Yeah.
Yeah. And put some eyes on the on Area 506 in North Pro in St. John, which I'm very happy with.
Yeah, what a great venue! My God.
Yeah. Oh, probably my favorite venue. One of my favorite venues of all time. I have two. That's one of them, and there's a spot in Enfield, Connecticut that I love.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
Who runs there? I believe it's Blitzkrieg Pro runs there all the time. They have a very nice chandelier, and it's just
cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
you can hang off of it.
No.
Not yet.
No. No, this is a you don't even do dives towards the chandelier side. Because it's I'm pretty sure it's a wedding reception venue, and it's stunning. Yes.
Yeah. That's funny though.
Yeah.
But going back on your career though, like what's your best piece of advice? I know that you've touched on mental health. You've touched on a couple of different things, and I feel like that's really, really important. But what's the best piece of advice that you could give to somebody that dreams about stepping in the wrestling ring today or someday?
Stay open-minded.
Yep.
Because it's when you start to get closed-minded to certain avenues that you lose a lot of the things that make wrestling great. Because I know some people, maybe they don't like lucha, or they don't like Japanese style, or they don't like old British world of sport, but it all brings something to the table, and then getting to mesh them all together is incredible. Because I know it's people like Hechicero stand out because people don't see a huge presence of Mexican lucha chain. It's not done as extensively, and it's not done to the degree that he can do it that I've seen in mainstream American wrestling in a long time. Has it gotten better with a lot of that stuff? Absolutely, and it's great. Getting to see Zack Sabre Jr. on American soil more often is great. He's one of the best technicians in the world. Then you get like Maple Leaf Pro doing Zack Sabre Jr. and Gresham was what just a fun match to watch. And it's one of those matches, if you don't like technical wrestling, you have to watch and appreciate.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, you don't have to like it, but you have to appreciate it, because some guys don't even like big guy, little guy matches. They don't think that there's much of a story to them, but it's all subject to opinion. And that's one good thing about this.
That's right.
Well, this has been an absolute blast. It's no secret that all four of us are huge Chip Chamber fans. And speaking of Chip Chamber fans, would you have a final word for your fans that have supported you throughout the years?
Continue to come to the shows, especially the ones I'm not on, because it means everything to the guys to have people in the crowd.
Words of wisdom. So with that being said, thank you so much to Chip Chambers. Like I said, it was a blast. And this weekend, I believe this is going to be coming out the day of IHW. So Well, you'll have a choice: either a chip chamber interview or a chip chamber match.
Yep.
Do
All right,
both.
Hopefully, I don't know what you will find more entertaining. Usually,
Well-
people like watching me fall on my head.
You didn't drop kick anybody here, so
Yet.
yet.
Yeah, he's looking at you, Mark.
I was gonna say who's gonna be at the the IHW show this weekend.
Everybody but Corey.
Everybody but me, unfortunately.
Looks like
man.
3 drop kicks are getting handed out.
There you go.
You know, you can't do much more damage to my face. Look at me. All right, with that being said, thank you all for listening, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. We drop new episodes every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Time, so make sure to join us each week. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, and also listen to the episodes and interviews on all your favorite podcast platforms, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. And if you want to support us even further, grab one of our t-shirts over at Pro Wrestling Tees. Just scan the QR code to get yours. Until next time, thanks for listening and supporting Maritime Wrestling.